Hi friends, I'm Srini Edvalli and you are watching Srini Unplugged. Please do like this video, share and subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon. Friends, in today's video, we are going to discuss about an unsung hero of Bharat, a great son of the soil who brought great accolades to the country way back in 1996. So what were these accolades? What did he do? And why is it important to discuss him today and in the current times? Okay, we'll explore all these discussions going forward. Friends, so this gentleman is called Dr. Balakrishna Ganpatrao Matapurkar, Dr.BG Matapurkar. Okay, he was basically an Indian medical practitioner, a surgeon to be very precise, and he did something very amazing way back in 1996. Okay, and what was that? We'll get there, but it's very important we discuss him today. And friends, especially if you are from a medical field, and you intend to become a surgeon, this is going to be very important for you guys. So if you know about this gentleman, well and good, research him more and research his patent. If you don't know about him, it's important that you should know about this gentleman for sure. Okay, friends, Dr. Balakrishna Matapurkar was born in Lashkar, Mora district of Gwalior. Okay, he is basically from Madhya Pradesh. So he did his primary education from Maharudra Mandal School. Okay, same. Gwalior. Okay, and then he went to Jivaji Rao Intermediate College, Rani Lakshmi Bhai Science College, and eventually he got his MBBS degree from Gajaraja Medical College in Gwalior. Okay, and followed by that he went to Delhi where he did his MS in medicine specialization surgery from MM Medical College in New Delhi. Okay, this is what is his academic profile. Friends, so what happens, why is he important and why we should discuss him is fundamentally for one important reason. Okay, and we'll get to that. Friends, so the story goes like this. So in 1991, okay, when he was with Maulana Azad College in Delhi, okay, he actually wrote a small piece of article, okay, in terms of the possibilities of what would happen if you can regenerate body organs. Okay, so this was a great piece of work that he did, wherein he just said what is the possibility for a human body to regenerate the organs on its own. Okay, and I'll get to the examples in just a few minutes of time. So he wrote this article in 1991. Okay, and the entire world was stunned. Okay, what this gentleman is talking about. And at that point of time the entire western world was running behind cloning. Okay, but Dr. Matapurkar stuck to his research, and in 1994, okay, what he does is he actually starts opening up the mechanics of how this organ regeneration can be done. Okay, so this is what he does in 1994. Okay, then what happens? Okay, he basically applies for a patent. Okay, what is the name of the patent? Okay, method of organogenesis and tissue regeneration / repair using surgical techniques. Okay, I'll repeat that. Method of organogenesis and tissue regeneration / repair using surgical techniques. What he says in that particular research work is that human body is a great machine, okay, with a lot of raw material built inside the body. So all you have to do is put those mechanics in place, and the generation or manufacturing of body parts can keep happening over and over again. Okay, this is what his entire thesis was, and he has very elaborately written on it. Friends, for your reference, I will just drop the description of the US Patent Office link where his document is still available today. Please do read the description box. You'll find the link there. Okay. Then, so this is what he does. So how does this happen? Okay, as I mentioned, in 1991 he writes an article. 1994 he opens about 1991 he writes an article about the possibilities. 1994 he opens about the methods and the process part of it, right? This is where your entire IP lies, correct? Intellectual property. So he opens up step by step, step by step, step by step, and then eventually in 1997, okay, he files for the first patent with the title I just mentioned. All right, you can search it on the Google. Okay, it is still available till date. So 1997 he applies for the US patent, and eventually he gets a US patent in, if I'm not wrong, 2001. Okay, 4 years after the application is filed, he gets a US patent. The surprising part is that he gets the same patent again in 2003 as well. Okay, but the filing date is a little different. So first filing happens in 1997, gets in 2003, refiles the same in 2001, okay, and gets in 2002. I don't know the patent working process, but this is what it is there. I'll share the link, mentioning this also in the internet. You can read in the description box. All right. So basically, what I'm saying is that beginning from 1997 till date, no other doctor or practitioner has been able to come close to what Dr. Matapurkar did. Okay, and why his research is very, very relevant today. Okay, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, is for one simple reason. So in 1991, he, as I mentioned, he starts the research. 1994, he basically gets into the mechanics of it. And here is the magic of Dr. Matapurkar and his study. Okay, between 1994 and 1997, what happens is, friends, listen to this very carefully. I don't know, somehow it seems, unbelievable actually, to be very honest. Okay, so what happens? So he starts experimenting on his theory on monkeys and dogs. Okay, between these 3 years of 1994 and 1997. Taking organ regeneration. It becomes a grand success. How does it become a grand success? Okay. So when you write a thesis article, okay, a PhD doctorate article, you have to mention, okay, the procedural part of it, right? So how you are going to do it, that's IP part, you have to open it up. So that is where Dr. Matapurkar came with a very simple explanation. He said, look, your embryo is consisting of only 3 cells. Your embryo, when we are all born in the mother's womb, okay, when we take the first breath in the mother's womb, Dr. Matapurkar and the medical industry in general says that we are made up of only 3 cells at that particular point of time. And as we keep growing, as we come out into this world, and as we keep growing, these 3 cells basically mutate, multiply, and they determine the composition of our body, whether it be fat, thin, slim, slender, height, weight. All those things are determined by 3 basic cells. And out of these 3 basic cells, he says stem cells are the core essence of this research. Okay, and he went on to say, and he says very specifically that stem cells are present in each and every part of our body. It is just not something restricted to one area of your body. If medical practitioner, his assertion is that your stem cells are so infiltrated in your body that you cut any part of your body, you will find stem cell there. Okay, so he takes this stem cell out, and from this stem cell he basically produces organs, okay, in what you call your dogs and monkeys. So that becomes a grand success. Now he takes it to the next level, and guys, what I was amazed when I read this first. He actually created a uterus, a female uterus from stem cells and its related tissues, because I think I'm not a medical practitioner, I don't know much about medicine, but a little bit that I've read. So tissues and organs, they work together, they need each other, right? So he created an artificial uterus along with the tissues and made it so perfect, so perfect, okay, that the entire medical fraternity was stunned. The magnitude of his research was so what you call impactful that the entire world, actually they were frightened, to be very honest. Why they were frightened? Because they were not ready for this kind of a what you call application getting being applied on the human race. Okay, so amazing. So this is what I said in the beginning of the video, why it is important to discuss him, right? Now let's get into the examples part of what he did. So basically his research, when I just spoke about organ regeneration, let's break it down and try to understand from a example perspective. Let's say today I have a cancer. Okay, what is happening in cancerous patients today? You go to chemotherapy, right? Typically any cancerous patient, depending upon the stage, I think second stage, the third stage, they go to chemotherapy. In chemotherapy, what are the doctors trying to do? They kill the the cancerous cells. Okay, the problem with this chemotherapy process is that when you kill the cancerous cells, the healthy cells around them are also getting killed. And that's the reason why when you see anybody who has done a chemotherapy, they become very, very weak. Okay. And then, it takes a lot of time for them to recuperate. Okay. Recuperate means recover. But Dr. Matapurkar is saying, okay, the body is capable of producing its own organs. Okay. That was his research. Please do read his papers. Okay. Please do read about him. You will figure out. And if you're a medical student or medical surgery students, you should definitely be knowing about it. So this is what Dr. Matapurkar is saying. So what are its implications? Okay. Its implications are, now that if I get a cancer and if Dr. Matapurkar's medicines or research is basically applied on me, I don't have to worry about going to chemotherapy and getting hair removed and all those things happen. I don't know why the hair is removed in chemotherapy, other things, but Dr. Matapurkar's, as far as my understanding is, he says all that is not required. Cancerous cells, no problem, let them die. Okay, or we'll kill them without affecting the the cells around them. That's number one. Number two, we see a lot of cases lung failure, kidney failure. What does it mean? Lung failure, kidney failure means that particular part of your body ecosystem is gone bad, rogue. Okay, its lifetime is gone. It's on the verge of its death. Okay, and that's the reason why that part is no more valuable to your body. Now what do? Let's say your kidney is not functioning. Okay, let's take an example of kidney. Your kidney has got damaged. Okay, for what are the reasons? What do? There are two options. One is that the doctor will say, sir, your kidney is gone. Your days are numbered. Okay, not a good way to listen to a news like that. Second option, he'll tell you, sir, your kidney is very, very bad shape. We need to do a kidney transplant. Okay, these are the typical things that we hear today, and why Dr. Matapurkar is very, very important in cases like this. Okay, so if you go for a kidney transplantation, there are challenges again. What are the challenges? You got to find a donor first. It has got to match your your body type, your internal mechanics type, and lot of other matches have to happen before finally you can get into the transplantation. Two things, it is a dependency. Two things. One, it has a dependency on a donor. Second thing, it is a bloody expensive process. Come Dr. Matapurkar, assuming that Dr. Matapurkar's research is applied on me in this particular situation, what is he saying? Okay, your liver is gone. Okay, not kidney, sorry. I spoke about kidney, right? So not liver. So if my kidney is gone, Dr. Matapurkar's research is saying, no worries, boss, let it die and dissolve into the body, right? No problem. We'll grow a new kidney within the body itself. It will grow. It is not that we will grow it. He is saying it will grow on its own. How is something the research paper is telling you. How you can do that. What is it as a medical practitioner you should do, that my body where one of my kidneys is destroyed can auto recuperate, auto regenerate, reborn, okay, in the same place in a healthy manner, and make sure that my body is functioning extremely well. This is the reason why Dr. Matapurkar's research is very, very essential today, because lots and lots of lives are lost because of body damage, organ damages, right? We speak about organ donations as well. Okay, that's a different subject. We'll discuss it sometime later. But you need to have a healthy organs even to donate also. That's the reason why I brought that topic into the conversation. So this is what is happening. So now, with Dr. Matapurkar's research and practically what he has shown to the world way back in 1996, it is proven fact that organs can be regenerated. Okay. Here is the funniest part of the entire story. Okay. Now we are thinking, oh great, how is it something of this kind possible? Okay. From a common sense perspective. When the same question was asked to Dr. Matapurkar also, sir, how did you do this? What prompted you? It's an amazing discovery. Once the patent was received, okay, there was a small kind of a peer gathering. That's where the question was asked. He said, there is nothing that I have done new. Friends, listen. He says there is nothing new that I have done over there. All he quotes an example of Mahabharata, okay, where Gandhari has given birth to the 100 Kauravas, right? Gandhari is the mother of 100 Kauravas, right? So she gave birth to 100 Kauravas. How did that happen? So basically, the 100 Kauravas were incubated in earthen pots. Okay? Great science existed at that particular point of time. So what Matapurkar said was, sir, if you go and read Mahabharata and the birth of 100 Kauravas to Gandhari, the entire scientific process of how the body organs can be generated is written there in Mahabharata. It is there, clear cut written. All he did was he took that entire concept, which is in a Vedic language, okay, and then he just translated it and he just ensured that the entire language can be restructured in a scientific manner. Okay, he brought that entire Vedic knowledge and the knowledge of how the Kauravas were born and the organ regeneration part of the entire story. He just simplified that and put it into the scientific language and presented it to the world. Okay. So friends, this is Dr. Balakrishna Ganpatrao Matapurkar. Please do read about him. And there is a book, a wonderful book by Suresh Soni. Okay, I'll just drop a link description of his book in the bio. Okay, please go and read it. The title of the book is India's Glorious Scientific Traditions. Okay, and what I have spoken just now, a small part of that is taken from that book itself. Okay, please do read that. You will be amazed to know what great value we had in the ancient times. Okay, forget the invasions of the Islam leaders and the invasion of Brits. Okay. Even before all these things happened, we had an amazing scientific world. Okay. So this is what Dr. Balakrishna Matapurkar has given to the world. So when I started the video by saying that an unsung hero, I don't know how many of you know about this, but with this video I'm sure you will at least you have heard his name, you have known his name. When I'm dropping some documentation pertaining to in this video, where just I spoke about, when you read about the documentation, you will know for sure that I was just not talking in the air. It is all substantiated by documentary evidences. Okay. So friends, now coming to the end of the video. So when you look at Dr. Matapurkar and the quotation that he has taken, he says it is taken from the Mahabharata. Okay, which is in Dwapar Yuga. Friends, let's go back to one more Yuga, okay, just before Dwapara, Treta Yuga. During the battle of good versus evil between Ram and Ravana, all that, Lakshmana was, very seriously injured. He went into deep state of unconsciousness. What did Lord Rama do? He summoned Hanumana and he said, Hanuma, Lakshmana is in deep problem. You have to help. So Hanuma asked Rama, oh Lord, how do I help him? Okay, you tell me to do whatever, I'll do it. So Lord Rama said, okay, Lord Rama says, okay, fine, there is one herb, magical herb. I'm quoting this magical herb called Sanjeevani, and this is there in a very remote location where any human being's reach is not possible. You have to go there. And what is this place? Okay, this place is called Gandhamadana Hill. Okay, Gandhamadana place. That place name is called Gandhamadana. Gandha basically means fragranted place, okay, Gandhamadana. So that's where you have to go, pick up the Sanjeevani herb and come back over here. And why he is summoned Hanumana for this? So simple reason, no man, okay, human being is capable of going there. Only special powers are required to get that done. So he summons Hanumana. Hanuma goes there. Hanuma being Hanuma, he gets confused. He picks up the entire Sanjeevani Parvata, brings it to the battlefield, and Rama picks up this the herb, okay, and then he gives it to Lakshmana, and then Lakshmana awakes from his deep injury, and then battle happens. So that's the story. What I want to leave this video for all of you is to think, okay? Just think. Friends, actually, Sanjeev Parvati is known to all of us, but I'm going to tell you that, there in that Parvata, there are 4 types of herbs which are there, okay? 4 types. Number 1, it is called Sandhana Karni, okay? The first herb is called Sandhana Karni. You can Google it out. Please give me the names of the herbs that are found in the Sanjeevani Parvatam, okay? Sanjeevani Parvatam, friends, let me be very clear. Sanjeevani Parvatam is found in a remote location called Gandhamadana, okay? Gandhamadana is not the mountain itself. Gandhamadana is the name of the place where the Sanjeevani mountain is there, okay? And since Gandhamadana is very remote, no human can go there. So that's the reason why Hanuma was tasked by Rama to bring that, the herbs. So to just make the things clear. So first herb, if you Google out, you will find it Sandhana Karni. So what is Sandhana Karni and what is its function? Sandhana Karni's function is basically pertaining to bones, okay? If you have broken bones, okay? If you apply Sandhana Karni, okay, the broken bones are joined together, okay? And it will heal all the bone related ailments. So this is what Sandhana Karni does, okay? That's the function of Sandhana Karni. The second magical herb that you will find in the Parvata is called Vishalya Karni, okay? Vishalya Karni, what it does is it has 2 functions. One, let's say if you have a cut on your body, a very deep cut, okay, let's say why you, and I'll take an example of myself. I meet with an accident, okay, my leg is very deeply cut, okay, and then a lot of blood oozing out, okay. So what is the function of Vishalya Karni? If you apply Vishalya Karni, the magical herb, to that part where there is excessive bleeding and it is not stopping at all, Vishalya Karni's function is basically to stop the oozing of blood, okay. This is what it does. The second function that Vishalya Karni also does is basically, because my body has a cut, right, a deep cut, the entire flesh is gone out, the blood is oozing. First function, stop the flow of blood. Second function, make sure that all the flesh part of it, okay, that is there, which is kind of hanging nearby, just put those pieces together and apply Vishalya Karni. So apart from stopping the blood, it will also make sure that this entire body part is stitched together, okay. This is the function of Vishalya Karni. Third is Savarna Karni, okay. This is the third herb, magical herb. What does Savarna Karni do? Friends, this is basically in modern day language, if you have to correlate, this is basically equivalent to plastic surgery. Say for example, as I mentioned, my leg has a deep cut, okay. Currently, if you look at any kind of surgery, basically you stitch the legs, right? Once there is a deep cut, you bring those 2 pieces together of the body, and then you have a cutting and stitching part of it. And after everything is done, 3 to 6 months down the line, when you look at the same part of your body, you will realize that there was something wrong over there, okay. Because when you look at the body, you will know there seems to be some kind of marks, stitch marks over there. What happened? So these things actually come up. But what this Savarna Karni does is, it basically, if you apply that, it basically makes sure that there is not an iota of sign of any distraction of your body, whatever has happened previously, right? This is what happens even in your plastic surgery also, right? So plastic surgery happens, all things are done fabulously well, and you don't even know what a person was looking before the surgery and what he was looking after the surgery. So the precision to which this change of the body takes place, the smoothness with which that is basically done is what the Vishalyakarni does. Finally, last but not the least, okay, Mrita Sanjeevani. Mrita Sanjeevani is the magical herb that Rama gave to Lakshmana, and that herb is something basically meant, and its function, to be very precise, is if you are on the deathbed, okay, give them Mrita Sanjeevani, their life will get extended. Okay, this is the function of Mrita Sanjeevani. Friends, and these are the 4 herbs that you will find, and I end this video by basically giving you food for thought. Okay, friends, it is not that these belong to the Ramayana era, Treta Yuga. If we find and observe very closely, okay, these are available even today. All 4 magical herbs are available today also. All we need is somebody with a spark of Matapurkar to bring its essence, okay, and apply it in the current day and time for the betterment of human lives. That is my thought process. I don't know what you guys are thinking about it. Friends, with that I come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, please do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell icon. And friends, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, Jai Hind, Bharat Mata Ki Jai.